Hi Innovators, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, like the video because you're going to like the video. Welcome back. If you are returning, thank you for subscribing. And today's video, we are going to talk about how to remain in your feminine when you're in the presence of a man. So without further ado, let's get into it. In the context of dating, you want to be relaxed, right? You don't want to think too much. You want to give a great impression. So all of these thoughts are spiraling through your mind, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to ensure that you give that good impression, ensure that you you are engaged throughout the date. So one of the best ways, and I'm going to start with this, and this is in no particular order, but number one is, show appreciation. When you want to go out with a man and he takes the time to actually plan the date, you want to ensure that you are giving him appreciation throughout the date. And how do you do that? I mean, one of the ways you can do that is simply thanking him, thanking him for putting in the effort to create this experience for both of you guys. You can do that by, and trust me, it depends on, I would say, the time or how many dates you've been on with this person. But I would say another way to do this with most men is to express physical touch. That's a love language for a lot of folks. So, thank him if you want to give him a touch, a hug, like just some type of physical embrace to show that you are enjoying your time and that you're just thankful to be on this experience with someone. Another way that you can ensure that you are in your feminine in the presence of the masculine is slow down your movements, okay? I know when you're on a date, sometimes you can feel anxious, you're excited, it's uncertain, you don't know how this is going to go. But if you are conscious of your movements and your energy and just slowing it down, slow movement is very feminine. You know what I mean? Like, slow with your hands, slow down when you speak, don't speak too fast. If you're on a dinner date, don't eat too fast, slow it down. If you guys are walking to the restaurant, if you parked or whatever, and you're doing some type of walking, slow down. It's okay if, the man is kind of like leaving you behind and he looks back and he's like, oh my God, like, sorry I left you. Like, that's okay. You want to remain in that energy to, to show him that you want him to kind of look after you, if that makes sense. Also, when it comes to slowing down, like you're speaking, you also want to slow down your blinking. Look at him and blink slow. So in the sense of staying in your feminine energy and regarding moving slow, you want to ensure that you just be conscious of not moving too hasty, not being too action-oriented, relaxed, welcoming, inviting, and receiving. And that's how you know if you're remaining in your feminine energy. The third way in which you can remain in your feminine is to be playful. It's okay to be playful. Be yourself. I know you want to set a good impression, and with that, you also want to be yourself. You want to be playful. It's okay to joke with him a little bit. Just make sure that your jokes are not insulting. And, smile, play with your hair, be flirty. Just, you know what I mean when I say be playful. We don't have to get into the details behind that one. And also, don't take yourself too serious. I mean, at the end of the day, you're on a date. It's meant to be fun. Be present and just enjoy the moment. And also, when being playful, it's okay to, tease him a little bit. If you want to tease him with, something that you learned about him or something that you know, or if you want to get a little more sensual, you can tease him that way too. That's completely fine, and it's still feminine. So I have this one listed as number 4. However, I think especially in the dating context, this one is very important to me, where before you go out with somebody, you want to relax ahead. The way I relax ahead is definitely putting on music, getting your wine, make sure you have a little, Prosecco or whatever refreshment that you're into or whatever that can calm you down, do it. Highly recommend. If I have enough time, I'll take a bath. Like, just finding any feminine way to relax and remind myself that this is a moment to have fun, be present, and take advantage of the opportunity of meeting someone new. So relaxing ahead is a great way to prep yourself and to ensure that you are remaining in your feminine. I mean, I know there are sometimes we may go out and we connect and we meet up on dates after work. And as a woman, a lot of times at work, we are in our masculine. So how do we turn that off? Like, give yourself a moment to transition once you get out of the go-getter mentality, the go-getter energy, to get into your feminine and enjoy the date when you're in the presence of a masculine. Number 5, how to remain in your feminine when you are on a date with a man is know your worth. Now, I know I said a lot about being present and, appreciating the time and experience with someone, but keep your worth in mind. And I say this especially from, I would say, a special place in my heart. I want you ladies to go out and be safe. So know your boundaries. If you go out with a man, be smart about it. Don't just be willing to just do any and everything while you're on a date. Know your worth, know your requirements, and and go with that. Follow your intuition. If you are on a first date with somebody, I wouldn't say it's wise to go back to their place after the first date. And also, when knowing your worth, you have to understand, like, what type of message are you sending if you're just going to go back to someone's house that you barely know. Have a good time, good night, and go your separate ways. But also, when it comes to suggestions and knowing the type of places you like to go to or the type of food you may eat, don't be afraid to share that and voice that. Like, hey, if he picks a place that is not aligned with who you are as a woman, then it's okay for you to say, I can't eat there for whatever reason, to kind of guide him along the way, to give him suggestions as to what would be a good place for you guys to go. So this one kind of ties into appreciation. When you want to show appreciation, ensure that you are overflowed with joy. Be happy to be with him. Be happy that you're going out with him. Show him, smile, laugh. Show him that you are overflowed with joy, that you are happy to be in the presence of a masculine. I mean, that's the best way to be feminine, is showing that joy, showing that happiness, being appreciative of the time and the energy that you guys are exchanging. Touch him, you can touch his shoulder, grab his arm, hug, get a little close. I think those are all great ways to show that you're overjoyed with the experience that you're having. All right, ladies, another great way that you can maintain your feminine energy when you are on a date or in the presence of the masculine is to give eye contact. I mean, what better way to build a connection by looking in the person's eyes that's in front of you? I mean, I get it. Sometimes we're shy and we have a lot going on. We're thinking, we're wondering, is this going well? Am I giving a good first impression? But when you speak, you want to be confident. You want to make sure you're giving him eye contact, because that's also a signal, an indicator that what you guys are talking about is candid, is transparent, and it's vulnerable. So eye contact is a great way to be in your feminine. I know I spoke about the slow blinking earlier. It's a way to just connect in that with him and in that aura, if you will, and to ensure that you're giving the impression that I'm an honest person, I'm an honest woman. Like, the things I'm sharing with you, the way I feel is truthful. So ensure that you are giving that eye contact. Another great way that you can maintain your femininity is by letting the man lead. Okay? I know we're out here, we're surviving on our own. However, you want to allow the man to lead. Whether it's, choosing the place that you guys go to. He is opening doors. Like, allow him to open doors. Don't ever say, I got it. No, don't do that. Allow him to lead and do what ultimately is innate for him to do. So I know we want to be helpful because it's innate for us to be helpful, right? We want to nurture, we want to help, we want to support. But, there's a saying, there's a time and a place. So in this situation or in this context, you want to ensure that you're giving him the space and opportunity to lead. Don't ask too many questions. This is how you start to build trust. Allow him to guide the night, the experience, whatever, within your boundaries, of course. But you know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. Yeah, so allow him to lead, and just go with the flow. Go with the flow, and I guarantee you it's going to create that type of balance or synchronicity that you need when you're, in the presence of masculine, feminine. You need that type of balance. So I would say the ultimate way is definitely let him lead. Don't question too much of why and what and how. Like, kind of just go with the flow, and you'll know that you're staying in your feminine. So, along with letting him lead, ladies, you have to let the man invest. Okay? Let him invest his time. Let him invest his resources. Let him invest his knowledge. Whatever the man has that he wants to invest in you, you have to be willing to receive it. Okay? There are times, where I personally will go on dates, and I don't look at the bill. Don't ever look at the bill. I just feel like that's masculine. There's no need to itemize anything. Oh, what did we spend? No. Let him take care of that. But if you want to offer helping out with the tip, most masculines will be like, no, I got it. But if you want to offer, that's okay. You can offer to show and to demonstrate that I want to be a team player. I want to be a partner. I want to collaborate with you. I'm not just here to take, because sometimes femininity gets misconstrued with the idea that you're just here to receive, and you're not giving anything back. So that's fine. But ultimately what I'm saying is let him invest whatever it is that he wants to invest. And a lot of times when you're dealing with a man, most of what they have to offer is wisdom and guidance and structure. So allow them to give that to you. And that's, the more he invests in you is a great way for you to know if this person is really into you, if they want to build something with you. So you don't want to shut that down. You want to allow them to do that. I mean, just imagine, I'll give you a great example. As women, we like to nurture, we like to support. So just imagine if you're in the presence of a man and he's not even letting you do that. You would feel like, well, what am I supposed to do? Like, how can I even contribute to the situation if you're not allowing me to do what comes natural to me? So just think of it on the flip side, and then that'll help you remember and be conscious of I know we're trying to help, but let him invest. Give him the space and opportunity to provide the things that he wants to provide for you, and go from there. So ladies, the last and final way in which you can remain in your feminine, especially after you have met up with your masculine and the date is over, take your energy off of him. It's done. Always remain present. Take your energy off of him. You know, you don't want to think too hard about how did it go? Oh my gosh. Like, you can send a text letting him know you had a great time or whatever, but future wise, like, take your energy off him. That in between time that you have before you guys see each other again, it's very important for you to just focus on yourself, focus on your energy, focus on your self-care, do all the things that pour back into you, right? Because you just went out, you're exchanging energy, and a lot of times the masculine does harvest our energy, which is why we have to be mindful of pouring back into ourselves, because the energy that we present, the energy that we give, kind of guides them as to how they will respond. So with that said, it's important to take that energy off of him. Don't think too much about it. If he doesn't reach out right away, like, relax. Just know that it went well and you will see each other again. But the importance is to keep the focus on you, okay? You are the goddess. You are the feminine. So ensure that you keep that as center. And that is going to help you to continue to attract more of that from him, of course, right? Because if you're pouring into yourself and you're investing and you're filling your cup back up, he's going to be attracted to that. So I want to leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for tuning in to another Wine Wisdom with me. I hope you had your wine, because I sure did. And yeah, cheers to your journey, and thank you for watching. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe. The more we subscribe, the more this content gets into the right hands for more feminine ladies to learn and grow and expand and, be innovators, meaning living life authentically as ourselves and going through this journey together. So thank you for being a part of my journey, and I hope to see you in the next one.